Mikel Arteta lavishes praise on Arsenal star who can do whatever he wants. Mikel Arteta declared it game on in Arsenal's Carabao Cup semi-final showdown with Chelsea as he hailed the phenomenal Martin Zubimendi for making sure they will take a slender lead into the second leg at the Emirates Stadium. In Liam Rosenier's first game in charge at Stamford Bridge, the Blues lost, though we're missing Reece James, Cole Palmer, Malo Gusto, Liam Delap, Jamie Dittins, and Moises Caicedo, all either through injury, illness, or suspension. After Chelsea Carabao Cup win, as Liam Rosenier responds to Robert Sanchez's howlers, Arteta was frustrated his side did not take their chances to secure a fourth goal, which might have killed this tie. But he showered Zubimendi with praise, not only for scoring Arsenal's third, but for his overall performance. We had the feeling at the end, after it became 3-1 and with the dominant period we had, that we had two massive chances to score the fourth, Arteta said. The result would have been very different, but in that moment, they had an action, they created a corner, they scored a goal, and it's game on. That feeling, it's not perfect, but we have to value what the team has done again. When we talk about Zubi, what else can he do? He can do whatever he wants. It's a bit similar to Declan's qualities. We just have to keep unlocking that in his system, in his brain, because he's so good at occupying different spaces. He's carrying the ball, dribbling, winning duels, and he has a talent when he gets into the final third and into the box. He's so composed, he sees the picture very clear. What he did today, it's phenomenal. At full time, there were arguments between both sets of players after a lively contest, with Rosenier proud of how his players battled with so many of their teammates missing. Goalkeeper Robert Sanchez made glaring mistakes for Arsenal's first two goals, but Rosenier took full responsibility, saying, "I'm asking Rob to do things he hasn't done before. I said to him before the game, and I made this really clear, when my players make mistakes, I'm accountable. That's on me." He made a save in the second half that was absolutely world-class. That could have put us out of the tie. I'll stay positive with him, as I will with all the group. My job is to help them, not to blame them. On his absentees, Rosenier explained Jamie Gittins was ill last night. Liam Delap was due to play today and was ill 4 hours before the game. Both of them had really high temperatures, dangerously high. For Cole, this game just came too early for him. He had a little minor strain in his thigh. Reece had a big knock on his hip. It was too sore for him. Moises Caicedo was suspended, Malo Gusto was out. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank questioned Arsenal star's reaction to Chelsea Carabao Cup semi-final first leg win over Chelsea. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank questioned Victor Gyökeres's reaction to Arsenal's Carabao Cup semi-final first leg win over Chelsea. Gyökeres's first goal in 5 games helped Premier League leaders Arsenal beat London rivals Chelsea 3-2 at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday night. Ben White and Martin Zubimendi were also on target as Arsenal took a big step towards reaching the Carabao Cup final. Gyökeres and White were on media duty after Arsenal's victory, and Hasselbank was surprised by their subdued mood. Sky Sports host Mark Chapman felt the pair showed the Arsenal squad was slightly disappointed with the result after twice leading by 2 goals. Arsenal summer signing Gyökeres said, "I think it was a tough game. We defended well. They were, as always, dangerous when they have counterattacks, but I think we defended well. Unfortunate to have conceded 2, but offensively we scored 3, so happy with that. It's still a second leg, but of course it's good to come away with a win and advantage for the second leg, but we still have to do a good performance in the second match." On scoring for only the second time since the start of November, ex-Sporting striker Gyökeres added, "That's what I need to do, and I can do it more often. We won today, and we keep going." White, meanwhile, felt Arsenal's second-half performance was not up to our standards and described it as a bit disappointing. "We didn't play very well in the second half and let them give us more pressure. That's how we conceded the goals. Not up to our standards, really. It's a bit disappointing, the second half, but a win." Hasselbank agreed that Arsenal could have taken an even bigger advantage back to the Emirates, but urged the Gunners to enjoy this moment after sealing a win over their London rivals. "I would have loved to have seen him a little bit happier," Hasselbank said of Gyökeres on Sky Sports. "Yes, they could have done so much better, and that's what they expect. But on the other hand, you're at Chelsea, you're at Stamford Bridge. It's not an easy place to come. You have won and you have scored. You might not think you've done enough and want to do it more, but you need to enjoy this moment." New Chelsea boss Liam Rosenior won his first game in charge of the club, an FA Cup clash against Championship strugglers Charlton, but lost his first home fixture since replacing Enzo Marisa. "It's halftime in the tie," he said. "I was very happy with the engagement, the commitment of the players. They gave everything. It was every open game. Disappointed to concede from a corner. Disappointed with the third goal as well, because we were right back in the game and we were on top at that moment. We switched off from a restart from a central free kick, but I can't fault the players. We've had illness in the squad, we've picked up a few knocks this week, but what the squad has shown is that they are willing to run and fight for each other." Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta, meanwhile, said, "We played against a really good side at a really difficult place. I'm very proud of what the team has done. You want to start to play semifinals, and all the work you've done throughout the season to get to these stages, to deliver on the day. And we've certainly done that. What we're doing every 3 days is impressive." Arsenal player ratings versus Chelsea. Victor Gyökeres answers his critics, while Martin Zubimendi runs the show as Arsenal take control of Carabao Cup semi-final. Arsenal took a big step towards the Carabao Cup final by edging past Chelsea 3-2 in this dramatic all-London semi-final first leg. But Arsenal's side will be left feeling they probably should have put the tie to bed, having twice seen their 2-goal lead pegged back at Stamford Bridge. Goals from Ben White, Victor Gyökeres, and Martin Zubimendi had Arsenal in control throughout this topsy-turvy contest, but a second-half brace from substitute Alejandro Garnacho ensured Chelsea have something still to play for at the Emirates in 3 weeks' time. The Gunners were the dominant side for the majority of the game, and when Gyökeres struck from close range soon after halftime to add to White's early opener, they looked set to go on and seal a comfortable win. But Garnacho pulled a goal back out of nowhere, and after Zubimendi had scored a fine goal to restore Arsenal's third goal advantage, the Argentines struck again to give some life to Chelsea ahead of the second leg and leave Arsenal with some regrets that they did not finish this tie at the first attempt. Goal rates Arsenal's players from Stamford Bridge. Goalkeeper and defense. Kepa, 6-10. Made a couple of smart saves, including one from Estevan before the break. Was a bit weak for the corner that led to Chelsea's second goal. Ben White, 8-10. Popped up with a vital goal early on, his first since April 2024, and put the ball in that led to Gyökeres adding the second. Good battle with the dangerous Neto. William Saliba, 7-10. So close to scoring a wonderful goal when his curling effort just failed to pick out the top corner. Gabriel Magalhaes, 8-10. Excellent as always. Produced some superb headers to clear the danger. Urian Timber, 7-10. Moved over to play left back against Estevan. Got forward a lot and did leave some space behind him which Chelsea looked to exploit. Midfield. Martin Zubimendi, 8-10. Fired one snapshot over the top and link-dunked with Trossard at times. Got himself forward really well and scored a beautiful third goal. Declan Rice, 8-10. Brilliant delivery to set up White's early goal. All action display as always, was all over the place. Martin Odegaard, 6-10. Brought some control to a pretty hectic encounter. Could have used the ball quicker on a couple of occasions. Went close with one powerful effort. Attack. Bukayo Saka, 7-10. Another good battle with Cucurella, who dealt with him pretty well first half. Saka got on top in the second and was involved in the second and third goals. Victor Gyökeres, 8-10. Did well to work himself one shooting position in the first half when his effort was deflected wide. He came to life after the break, Poacher's goal to make it 2-0, then set up Zubimendi for the third. Big night for him. Leandro Trossard, 6-10. Some flashes of real quality, but couldn't find a finish from a couple of half chances in the first half. Subs and manager. Gabriel Martinelli, 6-10. Saw one good chance blocked. Mikel Merino, 6-10. Looked certain to make it 4-1, but Sanchez somehow kept out his volley. Kai Havertz, NA. On for the final 10 minutes. Gabriel Jesus, NA. No real impact having come on late. Mikel Arteta, 6-10. If anything, his attacking changes opened things up a bit too much.